I'm Thomas Stowe, reporting from KFN. Today we'll be covering three major news stories of the week, starting with the latest on U.S. tariffs and their impact on global trade. Tariffs directed at Canada and Mexico have been postponed for 30.
We begin with Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau now saying that President Trump has agreed to pause tariffs on Canada for 30 days as well. The Prime Minister's statement coming after he says he had a good call with President Trump today. Trump also telling our Rachel Scott at the White House a short time ago that the call went, quote, very well. This comes after President Trump earlier paused tariffs for 30 days on Mexico in response to the country's agreement to send 10,000 of its troops to the U.S.-Mexican border to crack down on drug trafficking.
Tariffs on China were set forward as planned. In response, China imposed tariffs on American products, including 15% tariffs on coal and liquid natural gas and 10% on oil and agricultural machinery.
For the second segment, we will talk about how the European Union released a regulatory framework for AI technology as a part of its AI Act. The AI Act creates restrictions and fines for violations in some applications of AI. These applications include scoring systems, real-time facial recognition, and other biometric identification tools that can categorize people by race, sexual orientation, and other attributes. Companies found in violation of the Act could face fines as high as 35 million euros or 7% of their global annual revenues. The Act also requires that AI systems be more transparent about how they build and use AI models. Those behind larger models like OpenAI, owner of ChatGPT, would be subject to additional requirements like conducting risk assessments. U.S. President Trump has criticized the EU's efforts to regulate AI and has signed executive orders that eliminate some guidelines around AI development. Some of those guidelines include the commitment for AI systems to be free from ideological bias and engineered social agendas, and the creation of an AI action plan led by the Assistant to the President for Science and Technology, the White House AI and Crypto Czar, and the National Security Advisor.
For the final segment, we'll talk about the EU Stop Killing Games initiative. A petition is springing across the European Union to stop video game companies from destroying games. The petition calls for video game publishers to require the games they sell remain in a working state when support ends. No connections are kept with the publisher after support ends, and that it does not interfere with any of the business practices while the game is still being supported by the publisher. A large number of video games are designed to rely on a server that the video game publisher controls, like a life support machine. When the publisher turns that life support machine off, it makes it completely inoperable for all customers. This is what the petition means by destroying games. The petition is not asking that companies support games forever, but that the companies patch an end-of-life plan into their games so that they can run on customer software without the publisher's server. An example of this would be Gran Turismo Sport, published by Sony. Has a favorite video game of yours been impacted by these practices? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Need a story about your future explained? Let me know in the comments and our team will research it. Thanks for tuning in to KFN. See you next week.